this is a survivability upgrade to our current system. By the upgrades that are on the vehicles that are behind me here, we think we can extend the service life of this vehicle and make it perform better. And we think that this system is going to make this vehicle operationally relevant in the current and the future operating environment for years to come.
What we've done is we have gone back and really honed in on the force protection survivability of this vehicle. Similar capabilities in the sense that it does the exact same thing, minus this one's got a beefed up survivability aspect to it. So underbody protection, spall liner, blast mitigating seats like I'm sitting in right now, and also buoyant ceramic armor on the outside. The buoyant ceramic armor is equal and the same thing as armor that we have on the current vehicle, but what it does is it brings back and adds on a new capability, meaning that it brings back the reserve buoyancy. So going from 18% on the old vehicle to now 22%.
I feel incredibly safer in this vehicle than I do in the old platform. This vehicle is definitely a step in the right direction, and I believe that it's definitely something that the fleet will definitely appreciate, and definitely the Marines, especially the 0311s, they'll definitely appreciate this platform because it is intended to keep them safe and alive.
I'm Major Paul Rivera, I'm the AAV Survivability Upgrade Project Team Lead. What we have behind here is the SU itself. What I'll focus in on here is we have the force protection upgrade, which is the foundation of this actual platform. So what we've done is we've actually replaced the armor and brought out buoyant ceramic armor that serves two purposes. One, to bring back that reserve buoyancy, to include the same armor protection that the current AAV Ram RS has right now. Underneath underneath the body of the vehicle, we've got about a 2.25 inch ballistic armor panel that's been put up underneath it. To include also, we've gotten rid of the linear shocks and replaced it with rotary dampeners. To the rear of the vehicle, we've replaced out the old legacy water jets. The cover's actually closed right now, but you've got in here a new water jet. It's projected to push out more than what we currently are pushing in the water right now, and that's anywhere from 5 to 6 knots with the legacy platform to be greater, anywhere from 7 knots in the water. Transitioning inside the vehicle right now, once again, like I said, is the Survivability Upgrade Program is focused on force protection. We do that by a couple of different ways. One, we've got the belly armor that's on the exterior of the vehicle. Interior, we've got aluminum armor that's been put on the inside, which is retained on the inside of the walls to the side parts of the walls as well, to include a 360 degree spall liner. To finally focus on that upgrade for force protection, we've got blast mitigating seats. These blast mitigating seats, what they focus on is getting the Marines' feet off the actual blast. So by doing so, we've got footrest designed to keep the Marines' feet off, and sailors, to include a 5-point harness. And this seat actually, in an actual event, strokes anywhere from 0 to actually up to 4 inches of stroke. What that does is it doesn't allow the Marine to necessarily survive. It actually increases that ability to survive and be able to walk away with those lower extremity injuries. So they're not taking those. To include also a headrest. The seats, the unique thing about these seats is they actually serve as a secondary function. Instead of just worrying about stepping up on bench seats, you also have the backs of the seats that you can actually step on and maneuver on the top of the vehicle. Walking on the inside of the vehicle, you also have a new deck floor. This deck floor is actually about, from the bottom of the hull up, is about 8 inches. That also gets you and the occupancy away from the actual event of the blast. And then behind this engine panel right here, we've got actually a new engine and a new transmission. And open that up. So what we got back here is you've got a new 675 Cummins engine, you've got a new transmission made by KDS, and a new PTO. That's the heart of the vehicle, and that's what's really bringing a lot of success to this platform due to the fact that we have about 10,000 pounds more weight added to the vehicle. So, and then the last shot that you probably want to take a look at is if you can look up towards the front. you're actually seeing the new driver's display. That new driver's display is basically getting us into current times instead of having to deal with the old system that we had that was just obsolescent and obsolete.